Cameron for Tweaktown here again, and today we're presenting you with another video review. This time we're looking at SuperTalent's Pico Mini USB Drive. It's probably one of the smallest pen drives on the market, and out of all of the pen drives we've ever tested or seen, it is the smallest. SuperTalent will be offering its Pico Mini USB drives in a capacity of 2 gig to 16 gig. The 2 gig will cost around $10 US, the 4 gig around $15 US, the 8 gig in the sky blue that we're looking at today will cost around $24 US, and the highest capacity 16 gig, which comes in a black color, will cost around $40 US. The Pico Mini drives are built using COB technology, which allows for the extreme small size. It only measures 32 by 15 by 3 mils, which is of course incredibly small. The weight as well is only 1.5 grams, which is basically nothing at all. Also, the Pico Mini drives are water resistant and support transfer speeds, I would say read speeds, up to 200 times, which works out to be around 30 megabytes per second. As you can see here, the packaging that SuperTalent has used is rather impressive. You know, no crazy plastic packaging that will take you, a month to get into. Just very basic. It's just a piece of cardboard with a slight bit of plastic covering the tiny Pico Mini USB drive. On the back, there's just a basic list of features that you can see here. Nothing too exciting, just the model number. All it takes to get into the packaging is to rip off the plastic here, and then get in on this side here, and then here we go. Here's a look at this tiny little Pico pen drive from SuperTalent. You see it sitting in my hand here, and it's tiny, very tiny indeed. It has a nice little extendable band here. You can attach it to something, not bad. And we turn over to the other side. It's just a nice blue plastic finish. It's fairly strong. It's made of plastic. You wouldn't want to be too rough with it, but even if you drop it, I would say it's not going to do much at all, because it's just plastic. When you compare the SuperTalent Pico Mini to other USB drives on the market, you can see it is the smallest. We've collected a bunch of pen drives that we've had around the office, and ACZ, they have quite a small one. This is another actually a SuperTalent drive. Some others that were just being given at trade shows. This one's quite small, but you can see this one is by far the smallest. Alright, so what we're going to do now is put the Pico Mini to test. SuperTalent labeled the packaging with 200 times read speed, which works out to be 30 megabytes per second, which is coming pretty close to maxing out the full potential of USB 2. So let's take it to our test system and put it through its paces and just see exactly what it can do. Okay, we've got the Pico pen drive installed in our test laptop here. And you can see it's tiny, it barely sticks out. There's my finger there to give you a comparison. This is just the USB connector of the mouse that we're using. Look at that, very small. Now let's put this baby to the test and see just exactly what it can do. Okay, so we get a look at the system properties for the Pico Mini 8 gig drive. And in Windows 7 RC, it is showing a free space capacity, and actually a total capacity of 7.45 gig of actual usable space. Alright, so we're going to test the Pico Mini 8 gig drive with the Crystal Disk Mark 2.2, and we'll see just exactly how it performs. We're doing each test 5 times and in 100 meg sizes. It's just getting started here. We're going to fast forward it for you so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, and we'll slow it down as it's coming to the end so we can get a close look at the performance numbers. Alright, the test is completed. Okay, so the test has completed. For the maximum read speed, we see around 32.6 megabytes per second, nearing on 33, and the write speed around 11 megabytes per second. Now we go down to the important 4K speeds. Probably it's not so important for a pen drive where you're just transferring files back and forth. But the read speed is still rather impressive for the 4K at around 8 megabytes per second, where the write is not so good. Summarizing the Super Talent Pico Mini, we are impressed. It's a very small pen drive, of course. It's probably one of the smallest in the world. Capacity is from 2 gig to 16 gig. And the price that Super Talent has set here is, of course, very aggressive and highly competitive and extremely affordable for the consumer. The 2 gig, just as a recap, is only $10 US. The 4 gig in the lime green color, only $15 US. The 8 gig, which we're testing here in the sky blue, is around $24 US. And the 16 gig, which comes in the classic black, is only $40 US. There's nothing too special about this pen drive. There's no data security encryption type software included. The packaging is very basic. Nothing extremely special except, of course, for the size. But Super Talent hasn't set out to do anything other than create a good-looking small pen drive, and they've done really well at doing it too. There was a claimed read speed of around 200 times, which works out to be around 30 megabytes per second. In our testing that we've just seen, it actually neared 33 megabytes per second. So we've verified the claims, and it actually performs better than labeled on the package, which is again very impressive. So summarizing things up here with the Super Talent Pico Mini, we are very impressed. You can't go wrong. Getting a pen drive that only costs between $10 US and $40 US. Even the high-end $40 16 gig drive is very reasonable, we think. This has been Cameron from Twigtown for another video review. Look just below the video here and you'll find the summary chart with our full rating. Come back again soon.